Hey everybody, and welcome back to Let's Play Sunless Sea. So we're just outside of Polythreme here, actually. The moment I dived here, because I saw these creepy faces in the sea, on the surface actually, and I wondered if I had ever dived near them, and I'm pretty sure I hadn't. You can just barely make out some sort of shape on the seafloor here. And the moment I dived, an achievement popped up, the beauty of the deep or something? Actually, hold on. Yes, okay. The beauty of the deep. And I can only assume that that's for being near that underwater place that we're going to head towards momentarily. Okay, so these faces are... I mean, what are they? Are they an actual threat or anything? What is happening? What are you? I think that might be unrelated. Discovered to HUD. Oh wait, this is the HUD. Okay. That's good. The HUD, that's the... Is that the drowny place? We might be able to get our hands on some drowny music here. For what it's worth. Oh, what the hell is that? Okay, hold on. All clear, actually. Ish. I don't know, these faces are apparently just here. What? What? I mean, fair enough, I guess. I mean, it did look like a mine. I thought it was like not functional, and we would interact with it in some sort of way, other than just bump into it and take 25 damage. That's kind of stupid. I mean, I had no reason to assume that this was just literally a mine that would explode. Right? Am I silly for thinking that? Anyway, well, yeah, there's the hut. Okay, so we'll see, I suppose. We have several reasons to be here. Well, at least one. We're supposed to free a prisoner from the hut. And I feel like there were also some other things, perhaps. And if I'm correct about this being basically the drowny capital, then we might be able to get, yeah, some of that drowny music which we need for somewhere. Actually, do we need it still though? Do we still need it? We could have used some for Rosina's treatment, but that's over. That's no longer necessary. I was thinking... Oh, okay, no, never mind. I'm sure we can use them somewhere. We'll see. Maybe I'll remind myself what those can be used for, if I'm being completely crazy. I was briefly thinking that it was in that storytelling place, that underwater gathering place of storytellers, that sunken church. I forget what it was called, but that was pretty much very near London. I thought it was in that place, but there we actually need port reports of various underwater settlements to do things. So, I don't know, maybe I'm just confusing that. Anyway, I'll be reloading and, yeah, maybe looking up what those drowny hymns and stuff can be used for, actually. Or maybe I should wait until we're actually... Yeah, you know what, never mind, let's not be silly. Because I'm not even 100% sure that's what this place even is. But, yeah, well, let me just get back here without running into any mines, at least. Okay, no mines or anything, any hostile ships, just nothing. But a port story popped up just before pulling into port here, so that's convenient, I guess. Let's check the shop first. We could sell linen here. We can buy very cheap fuel, so I kind of wish I hadn't bought any before. And supplies, also very cheap, actually. Drowning pearls, okay. Surprisingly expensive, if anything. Hold capacity. I mean, I guess I'll fill up probably mostly on fuel here. Well, I guess I might as well do that now. Well, I'll wait until I, you know, I've checked out everything, just in case we get something for free. It happens. Okay, Brownies built a copy of London as it never was, a cathedral and houses and fields of flowers all underwater. The water is cool and luminous, and at the same time it is breathable air. What? How does that even work? Assemble a port report, an almost impossible challenge. A 0% chance of success. Oh. Okay. I see. This will always generate a port report, but the contents of that report may vary. Okay, but it doesn't depend on one of my attributes, but on something special here. Okay. Enthrallment. So let's try to get a bit more enthralled, I guess. Wander, look, make no commitments. You're only here as a visitor. You don't need a place to stay. Stay a while. Bring the Drownies news of the London that is now. No, I can't. Of how London is now, and they will allow you to remain here for a time in exchange. Ask a Drownie for the latest news of the hut. The town is thriving and full of events. Right, I mean, notably, we cannot currently do anything about that prisoner we're looking to free. Let's check this out. Stormless. The weather has been dismal lately. Hardly a single wreck since St. Egidius' day. And then it was only a little yacht with a few sailors on board. And 2 of those were able to swim to shore and didn't come to the hut at all. We just have to hope for the spell to break. Okay. I mean, I guess they recruit new citizens via people drowning, actually? Huh. Okay. I mean, this almost certainly... not just almost. Note that it's easy to gain terror and to not be careful. No such warning here. I mean... this takes our news, but I can't afford to use them here. I've been holding onto them specifically to finally bring them to the Empire of Hands. It's kind of annoying. I mean, I have to go with this option. I just can't justify doing the other thing. And we'll see what this does for us. Lost in terror somehow. Okay. The hut, city of peace. Water and air are the same thing here. A betrayal of nature, or a truce between opposites. Swim up the side of the cathedral, if you like, and peer in through its rose windows. You won't be able to make out anything inside. Breathe deep. Fill your lungs with a substance cooler and more cleansing than ordinary air. Walk in the gardens with the fish around your knees. Do not ask questions about the king of this place. Those will go unanswered. That's all for now, apparently. That literally is all for now. And we did not gain any enthrallment, and thus we cannot get the proper port report, I suppose. Well, that's... And of course, now we can't do this anymore, even if we wanted to. Stormless. Is this always going to be the same? I guess so. Well, this is disappointing, to say the least. What was this about the prisoner? Eagle. Nope. That's the other place. Ambition, another day. We got the quest... Oh, okay, no. Seeking a prisoner of the hut. Ask to seek and free a prisoner. A certain person imprisoned in the hut. Okay. I mean, it looks like the only way to possibly make progress in this direction is to bite the bullet and use one of my surprisingly valuable and limited recent news. But that'll have to wait, because I'm absolutely determined to use the one I currently have at the Empire, finally. I mean, if nothing else, the hut is not quite as far away. I mean, it's almost as far away from London. It's really not a huge difference, but returning here at least is gonna be, you know, it's slightly more convenient. It's just, you know, kind of unfortunate. Anyway, a port report such as it is, I suppose. Known truths. The more you look, the more you see that you are perhaps not intended to. The cathedral's crypt is a prison. Oh? Excuse me? That's important to me. Okay. Try again, you may have better luck. Okay, but in order to be able to try again, maybe the report is going to be a little bit closer to truth every single time I attempt it, just because, yeah, every time I try to collect one, this quality is changing. But of course, in order to get a new one, I'll have to get rid of the current one first, which is either by delivering it to London, or I guess by telling a story about this place at that story contest. Anyway, the more you look, yeah, the graveyard is larger than it looks, and the bones are not all buried. The border between the breathable water and the dangerous water is not marked clearly. Some have drowned in crossing over, leaving their possessions scattered on the seafloor. Okay. Clarity. The ability to see through the glamours of the drownies. Okay, maybe... no? Never mind. No, that's all for now. Okay, well, that's... Yep. I mean, we've been here now, we know where the place is, and it's certainly fascinating. But unfortunately, this first visit was also a little bit disappointing. They do have cheap shopping opportunities here, for what it's worth. In fact, yeah, it's surprisingly cheap. It's cheaper than London, right? I mean, fuel is as cheap and supplies are ever so slightly cheaper. Not what you would expect here, but I mean, I'll take it. We have a bit of a trip ahead of us, so I'm gonna focus mostly on fuel. I think that's... I also should have saved, but oh well. What could possibly go wrong? Actually, not a whole lot, probably, on the way to Godfall, which is right here. And that's... yeah, we're definitely gonna save there, obviously, because the plan is, unless anything significantly changes somehow. Come on. Yeah, it's to go from here all the way to Frostfound. Not that I want to, but, you know, kind of have to. Okay, anyway, Godfall. Yeah, this is a piece of the ceiling that fell, I think. That was the story here. But otherwise, sometimes just occasionally bits of the roof fall off. Be glad you weren't here when this one did, right? No shop. That's fine. What can we do here? Of wine. Okay. 5 casks of wine. There are monks here? Yeah. The brawling bearded men who live here call themselves monks. They pay lip service to Saint Stalactite, which fell from the roof. But their chief interest seems to be wine, blood, and shouting. Of wine, of blood, of shouting. We cannot explore right now because we don't have the candles. Interesting. Okay. The Shattered Citadel. I mean, this is probably something I should do at some point. Candles aren't very expensive. I just have to remember bringing them. Okay. Well, for now, we can collect the usual port report for what it's worth. And that's that. Yeah, I remember this place. There basically being nothing to do at this place. But, of course, it would have been more useful if I had actually taken a note all that time ago about needing candles, and maybe I would have remembered. I mean, it would have been really inconvenient to bring them on this trip because of the 12 slots taken up by the not prisoners, by the tourists. Same thing. But I guess I'll take a note now. Just in case I ever feel like, you know... I suppose I'm gonna be returning with recent news to the hut. So... I guess that wouldn't be... That would be possible. Would be convenient enough to do. To use the same trip to bring candles here. And see what we can do with it. With them. What we can find in this citadel. Okay. So another note. News for the hut. Well, we'll see about that. Okay. I mean, if nothing else, we can save here, and I guess I'll just make my way all the way over to Frostfound. And I'll meet you back there. Or, of course, if anything interesting happens along the way. Well, well, well. Yeah, this certainly is something I did not foresee happening. So, basically as soon as I left the port of Godfall, there was a ship just on the on the edge of my vision. Unfortunately, it looked like a tiny. Actually, it looked like just like my ship. I might have seen it before. I'm not sure. I thought it looked pretty small and weak for this far to the east, I suppose, where ships are typically pretty impressive looking compared to my little boat. But I was absolutely willing to just run away from it. But it immediately noticed me and started shooting, and I took damage, and I was about to reload, but then I got kind of angry at being stopped like that, and and slightly annoyed, and I just started fighting back. Not particularly focused at first, so I took a bunch of shots actually before I managed to get behind them, and basically just from then on out, I just trailed them and kept shooting until they died. They had 180 health, I think. I forget what they were called. I think it was just called something Corsair, something nondescript. But I figured, might as well see what kind of reward you get for shooting one of these tougher, mid-game strength kind of pirate ships. And when I went to salvage, I don't know if this is a random chance or if this was just the pirate poet's ship, if it always looks nondescript like that. Or maybe it's just a random chance for any random pirate to turn out to be them. But, yeah, I mean, I lost a bunch of hull, but I did not actually miraculously lose any crew. I mean, I took, a total of, 5 hits? These 4, and then one more towards the end there. Oh, Celsius-class corvette. That's right. Oh, discovered an Celsius-class corvette from the Sea of Voices. 20 fragments gained. Okay, I guess that was something special. Anyway, I mean, I was absolutely not going to just continue playing after that. I was absolutely expecting to just reload and, never mention the incident. But we have heard about the pirate poet, and we'll see. We have a chance to rescue them. This could lead to something good. Claim a bounty? Throw a rope, claim a bounty. We could just leave her here and go for the cargo? I mean, is claiming the bounty really showing mercy, though? If they are going to jail or worse, or just get executed, who knows? Anyway, the legendary Clay Woman Corsair. She clings tight to the last few scraps of floating debris, defeated but defiant. I mean, obviously we'll have to try to rescue her. The price of freedom. It takes 3 crewmen to pull the pirate poet from the Z's clutches. While others mutter about bringing an unfinished man, an unfinished woman, aboard ship, she just smirks. She carries little on her, but the verses of poetry tattooed over every visible inch, and an old sword almost as chipped as she is. Fortunately, her salvaged possessions also include the jangling money purse on her belt, fat and ready to pay the traditional freedom price of her current bounty. As much as the crew could subdue her, all are relieved once she's aboard a lifeboat rowing away through the darkness towards Gator's Morn. Wait, so actually, there wasn't even an option? Not even a choice to make? Whether to accept the bribe, basically, or to actually hand her over to the authorities? I guess she would have been pretty difficult to restrain, probably. But probably not impossible. I have defeated the pirate poet. And I now have a rival at Z. Awesome. I mean, I'll take 400 echoes, I suppose. It's, that probably pays for... I mean, that definitely pays for repairs as well as the supplies and fuel this little encounter cost me, just for the time it took. Huh. I was kind of hoping for something more to come off this, but I guess we have started something, perhaps. I'm really not sure what long-term consequences this might have. I guess, if nothing else, we'll eventually run into her again, and then, I don't know, things will happen. I mean, are we just gonna fight again, or is she gonna remember that we let her go? That we saved her? And I mean, but again, letting her go was not even an option. I was totally expecting to maybe just deliver her straight to the prison island here, which is conveniently nearby. Okay. Well, that was something, at least. I mean, that was definitely the biggest enemy I've defeated, that I've even fought, let alone defeated, so far. And I could have done it without taking nearly as much damage as if I had just been more careful from the get-go. If I had, you know, not tried to run away pointlessly to begin with. And yeah, I think, yeah, I basically took those first 4 shots while I was still trying to get behind her. Anyway, yeah, that was a bit of an unforeseen little thing. And I don't know why I'm just recording now. I guess, you know what? Yeah, stop. Bad things could happen, and I guess I'm kind of okay with what happened ultimately. We can't do anything here, can we? I guess we can always compile a report. No reason not to. Ransom a prisoner, rescue a prisoner. Well, these are not the right prisoners. We're looking for someone else, unfortunately. You can do shopping here, surprisingly. It is expensive, as you might expect. Okay, but most importantly, we can actually save here. Just in case, you know, something terrible is gonna happen on the way to Frostfound. Yeah, I mean, am I okay with it? I took more damage than I would like, but ultimately, it's fine. We're not anywhere near death yet, and, you know, I don't usually fight anything else anyway, so it's not like I need all that hull for anything. So yeah, I guess I'm okay with this. And we did make more money out of it than, you know, than it cost me. So yeah, okay. Anyway, I'm gonna pause again and make my way to Frostfound from here. Hopefully without any further incidents, or I guess maybe hopefully with more interesting incidents, I suppose. Okay, I think we're good. I actually had to reload once because only moments after departing from Wisdom, was it? We had another one of those random events where one of the stupid passengers stole some supplies, and, you know, I'd rather not have to deal with that, so I decided not to. Okay, anyway, we're here. Yeah, we've definitely used up a slightly alarming amount of supplies and fuel, but we're fine for now. Yeah, I think we're fine. I mean, I went in as straight a line as I could over here, so yeah, we're gonna be fine. I'm gonna save this one just in case something can go wrong with this, and in fact, apparently it can. Okay, I'm definitely not willing to take any sorts of chances here. Can't take tea with the squatters, or ask about the castle. Both take a support story, which I don't think we're going to be able to use anywhere else, or rather, you know, it makes no sense to hold on to it, so I'm going to use it. But have we tried both of these options? Probably. I mean, take T sounds like it would reduce terror, which, you know, is not too alarming right now, but keeping it low is never a bad idea. Ask about the castle, though. I feel like I probably did try both of these options in the past. Either way, let's deal with this first. Extract the Claydry heart. I mean, I suppose it is here, and the idea is that we actually do find it here and somehow bring it back or send it back to Port Carnelian, where we end up, I don't know, reviving it or something, somehow making it available as a ship again. The Claydry air leans over the deck rail. There, in the ice! The searchlight catches what might be a hull, or it might be a very large gizzard. Yeah, why not both? Chancy challenge. Let's go. Succeeded again. Wow, okay. I have been on a bit of a roll as far as kind of important checks go, right? These last couple of important events just went my way without having to reload at all. That's nice. Preparing an approach. The Claydry heir presents herself on deck. She carries a bag full of sharp blades and serrated blades, short, strong blades, toothed blades like saws, long-handled shears, knives whose edges are invisible. She's ready to cut with glass, or with diamond, or with fire as required. Okay. Bring it back to health. Oh. Of course, I had to say something, because now this is gonna fail, and then Gonna have to try a dozen more times before I succeed twice in a row or something. Well, the claytery heart in the ice. The claytery air has sliced away great blocks of frost-found ice and piled them into a wall. Behind them, the shape of the claytery heart is evident, but the whole flesh is blue with cold. Bring it back to health. Give up on cutting it for now? Why would I do that? I guess I could decide to return with more hearts, but we have 75. And still only a 56% chance of success. It's shocked and numb and will need a cure. Surely this is gonna work. Implements of warmth. The claytery air builds a fire. She whistles an infuriating popular tune. She massages the whole flesh with brandy and piles otterpelt over its raw, frostbitten flanks. She speaks to it in the native tongue of the first city, a language cluttered with velar stops. In the 5th hour of these rituals, the heart begins to thrum again. It wants to be free of the ice. It wants to move. It wants to swim. South, says the air. Wait for us in Port Carnelian. It isn't safe to change ships here. The heart beats twice before taking a new heading. I guess I succeeded? Okay, never mind. For now, the claytery heart awaits in Port Carnelian. If you wish to make it your ship, you will have to go there and come to some agreement with the air. Okay. Alright. That was surprisingly successful, and I mean, I'd say easy, but I mean, it didn't take any resources. That's always nice. And in a world where that's the only thing that matters, because luck does not, or at least I can decide to make luck not matter, that's always a welcome sight. Now, how about these options? I feel like this is more likely to reduce terror and give me something good, whereas this might actually be bad. Gain a Tale of Terror, and that's all. Okay. We have 14 of those. That seems like entirely too many than I could ever really make any use of. Most enemies can't launch attacks if you're behind them. Sure enough. Surprisingly warm welcome. Supplies, fuel, and lost terror. Yes, please. That's awesome, actually. Not absolutely crucial, but I will take it. And you'll save. Good use of my port story that I'm pretty sure will be back by the time I get anywhere where I could possibly need it. Yeah, from here we had, I mean, yeah, basically straight over to Irem, then down to Nuncio. Yep, that was the plan. Skip Astral, probably, maybe. Maybe not. I guess it doesn't really matter that much. I could go Nuncio, Astral, Empire, and not worry about these map tiles here. But for now, we head in a straight line all the way over to Irem, and well, we'll see if anything interesting happens along the way, but I will pause again just to, you know, cut down on some of the downtime. Okay, believe it or not, we made this extremely long trip. I mean, I don't know, maybe it felt very long because it was completely uneventful. But yeah, this is a very long trip without any incident whatsoever. I didn't see a single hostile thing of any description. Nothing happened. No one just randomly destroyed my supplies or anything. Snow Child didn't melt. Nothing. And we're in Irem, just like that. Tomb colonists in Irem. We will wander the stars for hours. We will forget our scars and our stains. The leaves will be red as remembered blood. The sea will be black as memory. Irem, Irem. We will not leave. We must leave. Okay, sure. You do whatever the heck it is you want to do here, and I'll just wait, I guess. The colonists will look east. Encourage them to purchase parabola linen bandages. Can we buy parabola linen here? I think there was a way to acquire some for free, actually, which might not be bad, because it is pretty expensive. And we have need for 6 units? Is it 3 per costume? At least 4, maybe up to 6. So, wouldn't mind if I could do that again. Anyway, the colonists will look east. They will be drawn to the edge of the isle where Salt's realm opens out into the darker sea. The places beyond the edge. What will they see? They will deck themselves in imagined crimson. I mean, I don't know. Can I save here? I'm a little bit worried about maybe breaking something. It does allow me to save. I mean, this is probably not something I need to, you know, min-max or anything of the sort. But I am curious just what these options lead to. This sounds more intriguing because, you know, obviously there is a great mystery of what is actually past the eastern edge of the map and all that. But I also wonder if this maybe leads to maybe me getting some free linen out of it or something. I guess I'm gonna check out this first and see where it leads to, and then we'll check out this, just out of curiosity. Oh, okay, it actually did give me something. Oh. They will thank you. When we return to Vanderbite, one will say, when we return, we will be sunset. We will be sunset. Okay, sure. Red and gold. We will always remember you, Captain. You gave us this ending. Here. Lanyape. What? Lanyape? Lagniap? I have no freaking idea what that's supposed to be. Maybe it's a kind of fabric that I'm just not familiar with. The tour should return to Vanderbite now. Yeah, it sure should. In fact, I'm probably still gonna be... These random annoying events are still gonna keep popping up, right? So long as I keep them on board. Plus, of course, I wouldn't mind freeing up that cargo space finally, so... That's definitely a reason to be back at Vanderbite. I might not even have been considering that at all. You know, when it came to, you know, returning to Codex and the inconvenience associated with that. I mean, it's still a little bit inconvenient. I mean, it's at least Vanderbite and Codex are reasonably within reach of each other, so that's kind of convenient. I was just briefly thinking about whether I should have held off on returning to Frostbound for the air, but that is, you know, still quite a bit further from Codex. And, you know, I'm glad I got that out of the way now. So, yeah, I think that's fine. Anyway, we got linen, we lost 2 terror, gained a memory of distant shores. Can we buy linen here? We kind of can. Okay, for fragments though. That does not seem like a great idea, to be honest. Watchful Curio. Okay, I keep forgetting, but that's not the thing that whatchamacallit wants, right? No, that's a Wakeful Idol. Alright. Same icon, kind of similar name, different thing entirely. Of course. Of course it wouldn't be this easy. Anyway, Threshold. Right, we could resupply here. I think we should be fine. We should be able to reach some place where fuel is less expensive than this. Of course, that might not be true at all. We'll see. Searing Enigma. We might get one of these as a reward for delivering the navigator to Codex. At least that's what I'm thinking, just from the way the game worded the paragraph suggesting that. Anyway, I'm not gonna do any exchanges here. I have no reason to. I could buy a little bit of fuel. I mean, it's expensive here, but I am also slightly worried about... Let's go to 10. Slightly worried about, you know, where I might be able to buy some next. And it might always be relatively expensive around here. I mean, I guess if nothing else, there is the hut where it was extremely cheap for some reason. But oh well. Anyway, and here... Right. Eolith, Relic, Watchful Curio. I could get more long boxes, I suppose. I can probably use them for something. I definitely have more stuff to do at Station 3. I just don't know. I mean, I need to acquire like a hard metal shell, I think, is one of the things I need for Principle's End. The Principles of Coral, or whatever the entity is called. And I also still need to have something done about that weapon, or whatever it is, that our gunner wants to build. But the thing is, these boxes we delivered to the chapel there, or whatever it was, right? To the person on the highest peak of that island. And I don't know if gaining more of their favor is going to do anything for us. Actually, we might... No, when we delivered the first one, they opened the coffin, and from the body that was inside, they extracted that hard metal sphere in the first place, right? And maybe that's just how you acquire more of that stuff, and then you give that to the smith, and so on and so forth. I don't know. But... I don't know if I want to worry about that at all, to be honest. I'm definitely leaning towards no. Okay, compile a port report, sacrifice a lamentable relic. Was this an option before? Huh. You'll break the ice on a wide pool. You will toss the relic in. 2 moves in the great game. Okay, it literally tells me what I'm gonna get out of it. That's unusual. Okay, I guess this is also... Wait, rest traveler. Oh, if I had coffee beans. I think this is what I did at one point. And I had this dream that ended up rewarding me with some free linen. I mean, I got some linen out of it. Out of this, the interaction I chose with the passengers. So maybe ultimately I am gonna go for that one. Because, yeah, buying stuff, trading in 50 fragments, 50 of my limited fragments for one bale seems not entirely worth it. I don't know. Yeah, there are 120 echoes in London, but I mean, you know, I kind of have the money, so I'm not too worried about that. But now I'm curious. Probably gonna go back and reload one more time to actually grab that free bale of linen. After all, just to save that money. You know, might as well. But of course it depends on what this option leads to. Nothing. Okay, that's kind of lame. The bandages will be soaked with tears. We saw it, one will say. The light across the water. We'll see it again at the end. Please let us sleep now. Let us sleep. Saul's attention. Didn't we have that before? I thought we did. Okay, that's extremely disappointing. So, yeah. I mean, it's not even anything interesting. Not even an interesting little paragraph. That's what I was mainly hoping for. And that's not an unreasonable thing to expect from this game. But sometimes, it just doesn't happen. Okay, let's see if this is always the same. Looks like it, yeah. I was, you know, slightly hoping for maybe more than one, but no, I'm okay with what we got. So, yeah, we can pick this, we can compile the report, and I guess we can do this. We have plenty of lamentable relics. We just got a bunch recently, and if nothing else, we can always sell those moves in the great game. So, okay. Life lived. When the waves settle, you will see falling snow and black bark. You will see 2 men standing in wintry woods. The younger will prove himself to the older. Others have done so before, others will do so after. The vision will change. The old man will sip coffee on a sunlit street. He will write an order. He will send a pawn below to London. Interesting. Not sure if that's supposed to tell me anything, but all that counts is that I got 2 of these items here. The Admiral and the Diplomat, among others, will be interested to hear this. Right. Yeah, so we can just sell these. And that's not a bad thing. Did I... Oh yeah, I guess I did not actually buy any fuel this time around. Yeah, I think going back up to 10 is fine. We actually have the room for the full 10 units of free supplies from Estival. So I guess I might as well pick it up, since I'm in the area, and who knows, maybe something else will happen there. Looking at the timer, 40 minutes, I mean... Guess I'll definitely save this. And do I make my way to Nuncio? I could. Yeah, I think I will. I'll actually, you know, cut out the trip though, and we'll see what there is to do at Nuncio, if anything. Okay, made it here without any incidents. Although, yeah, there was a ship that was just preparing to attack me, and I was just rounding the corner of the port here, around the pier, and you know, docked as quickly as I could before they had a chance to shoot. Apparently, it's a rat barge from Ratsea, which gave me 20 fragments for encountering. Could have sworn we've seen that before, but maybe not. I wonder if I should be fighting it, honestly. I mean, we are slightly damaged already, but I mean, I guess I could. I could try at least. Didn't even look at the number of hit points or anything. You know, why not? I'm gonna save here, and we'll see if it's even still there. Yeah, it sure is. Okay. Okay. I think that's less health than that other pirate. I think it was the one, the pirate poet had 180. That's what I said, right? That barge. I mean, you are hostile, are you? Sure, I'm not being the aggressor here, but I think they were preparing to attack me, right? Are they repairing? Wait. I wasn't watching their health or anything. Okay, well, this is kind of pathetic, to be honest. Feeling a little bit bad here, but only a little bit. Oh, come on, one more, really? There we go. Okay, the ship is yours. What will you do with her? Loot and scuttle her. She's a vile old vessel, and these seas aren't safe. Take what you can and move on. Lean pickings. Okay. These pinnaces don't sail far from their hidden harbors, but there's something at the back of the hold. Some sort of barrel. Tap the bung carefully. A firkin of honey. A firkin of honey. That's it? I don't know if that's even worth the time it took to kill it, to be honest. Well, I guess you can get lucky, or you can get not so lucky, like in this case. What did we need honey for? We needed 5 honey. Oh, for the magician's show. I think it was 5 firkins of honey. So I guess now we only need 4 more. Yay! And some more linen for that one as well, right? Yeah, I think so. Plus a live specimen still. Yeah, I guess it helps a little bit, but yeah, again, I'm pretty sure these are not very expensive to begin with. Plus, this is gonna take up more space in my hold, so yeah, kinda disappointing, to be honest. But at least now I can say that I've defeated one of these red barges. Oh well. Yeah, that cost me like 2 units of fuel just for going in circles. Can we do any shopping here? We can. Okay, at least it's not more expensive than an iron, so okay. But yeah, I mean, I guess I'll go back up to 9. I don't need to worry about supplies because Astable is right there, so there's that at least. But yeah, with all that, I wonder. Well, maybe I should. I can take a look at least at what there is to do at Nuncio, and if it seems like there's more to do, we'll maybe hold off on that for today. For now, I guess I'm going to save this. Yeah, might as well. At least I want to fight without taking any damage. That's worth something, I guess. Go to the Postman's Tavern. The Inky Blotter, it's called. The sign doesn't look like much. I mean, I've been there, and I know this place, game. Do some more shift work at the Dead Letter office. Okay. Why do I only have 2? Wait, no. I have 5. Why? Why did I only do this 5 times? last time I was here. Could I have done more? Is there a limit to it? And if so, what caused it to be reset? Assemble a port report. Okay. Exactly 8 and no more than 8. Explore along the beach. What can we do at the tavern? Warmer inside than it looks. Faces turn in your direction, but no one seems surprised to have a new arrival on the island. Yeah, guys, I'm not new. You know me. Asked to borrow a uniform. Right. Cultivating friendships with the postman. At least 4. I have 7. Create war stories about your shift work. I mean, I guess I'll do this. Look, but not touch. Wait. Never mind. You're welcome here and welcome to take shifts at the Dead Letter office, but you cannot wear the uniform unless you were a postal employee back in fall London regulations. Oh, okay. Never mind. I thought this was a thing that was necessary to do first, like donning the mask at Visage, but maybe not. I mean, it's been a while since I was last here. Blunt Thomas lets you have a look at his uniform jacket at least. Neat stitching, gilded buttons, a thin but dignified circle of braid at the collar. Inside, a patch that goes over the heart, stitched with 6 red letters. You can't read it, but it makes your eyes itch and your scalp feel like burning. Okay, at least it didn't... I didn't break anything by trying this. Trade war stories. You know how to fit in. I mean, I guess. Is this anything? Nope. I guess this would have improved my cultivating friendships quality, and it did in the past, but just not anymore. Yeah, okay. I remember seeing that before, at least. Okay. Yeah, so I wonder if we can do anything new here at all. Bell chimes above the door. The fellow Manning Collections looks awake for half a second when you come in until he realizes you're here to relieve him. Okay, a chancy challenge, I see, okay. I mean, if nothing else, maybe our pages are higher now than they were last time we were here, so... Okay, machinery, yeah, I remember that. Offer employment to the postal rat's niece. What? That's new. He asks it as a favor, and she sounds well-trained and eager. Okay, that is something we can use our port story for. Rata's favor assistant, okay. Accept responsibility for an envelope of heavy cream paper. Surely the sender was someone of consequence. Interesting, okay. Yeah, I don't know what caused these new options to pop up here, but... Alright, his favor assistant. I mean, I feel like I've seen an option to acquire one of these somewhere else. Or maybe I've just somehow learned about these. I want to say that this will give me an option to repair my ship, like, on the fly, or something. Oh, actually, wait. I think back in the ship docks, the repair dock in London, having one of these, like, gives a better chance at success, or a better hull restoration, or something. I don't know. Maybe something along those lines. I mean, it seems interesting, but I don't know if it really only gives me this rat assistant, which might or might not be particularly useful, actually. I am curious about this envelope. Yeah, screw it. Let's go with this. Rata's favor assistant. Strongest possible recommendation. The postal rat is grateful and says so at length and in a variety of ways. Only so much work to go around on Nuncio. She keeps asking to assist me here, but as you can see, a gesture and heaps of loose gears and unhooked chains, I hardly require any assistance, and my research is at so delicate a stage. But she's an excellent worker, very bright, like her mother. Okay. Well, I now have one of these. In combat, Rata's favor assistants can be deployed for quick repairs. It's dangerous work, don't expect them back. Right. I mean, that seems... You know, honestly, I'm never going to use them because it just feels cruel to basically sacrifice them. But we have her now, for what it's worth. Yeah, you know, I figured that it probably wouldn't do anything but actually give me this item. Pneumatic rat sender. Repairs 10 hull damage instantly. That seems just cruel. It's a person, right? It's a sentient being. Don't treat it like some sort of disposable item. That's not right. Oh well. Okay. Suppose I conclude some things we can do here, because everything required a port story. But, I mean, we might actually acquire a new port story on the way to Istanbul, which is not far away at all. And I don't think we're going to need one there, so maybe I'll decide to just return immediately to do something more here, just to move things forward a bit. We can explore along the beach, we can assemble a port report. I mean, I suppose I might as well. I'll gain the free memory of distant shores as well. The Admiralty won't understand, but you can do your best to explain it all anyway. The theology of postal work, the pull, the scarred obedience of postmen. Okay, what was exploring along the beach? Shifty going. Collect material for the dead letter office. I have one dead post. Undeliverable envelopes. Okay, and with that we do something. Oh. Did I click? I had clicked before. Okay. You make your way along the... Wait. Huh? Hold on, did I... Oh, I clicked the same thing again. Because I'm dumb. I thought I was clicking on this. I mean, do we deliver the things here? Yes, we do. Okay. Put it in the sorting machine. Lost it. Nothing changed, nothing changed. Will anything ever change? What's the point of this? Maybe I should have been reading the paragraphs. Maybe they're different and just give you a little bit of lore. Huh. 52 categories. I don't know if I've read this one before. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. It seems like you can just pick up infinitely many of those undeliverable envelopes from the beach and just deliver them. I just don't know if there is a point to it, or maybe the pointlessness is the point. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, anyway, it seems like without a port story we can't do anything more here. Maybe eventually we'll somehow be able to dive deeper into the mysteries of this place and somehow, I don't know, rise further in the ranks of the postmen. I mean, even though we're not a proper one and never will be, I guess. Who knows? At least for now, this seems to be all we can do. But as I said, maybe I'll just turn around with the next port story right next episode. For now, I thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and I shall see you real soon. Bye-bye.